Wake up, polish up. It's your girl, Polish Sis with Bliss, and I am back here to polish up your act. I am the creator and founder of Polish Society. No more anxiety. So we going through this new year with no fear. All right, so we just gonna get right into it. Today's topic is how to create your dream life in 2021. All right, so most of you guys are ready to start these New Year's resolutions. Y'all ready to get to the grind, all right? First thing I'm going to tell y'all right now, you have to polish up your mind. That's the first step. So when I say polish up your mind, what I mean by this is really getting into growth mindset, being willing, like not to look out for a handout, not for the easy route, not for the get rich quick schemes. It's time to really focus on growth and developing a growth mindset. This is something that's not easy, but it's a fun process when you start letting go of the beliefs that hold you back. So right now I just really want to make this information available where you guys really get it. And what I mean by that is y'all have to know that if you want something, you got to have the belief in yourself. Everybody want this, they want that, they want to create this wonderful life, but guess what? They're not willing to sacrifice by letting go and surrendering and trusting. Trusting yourself. If you don't believe in the ability that you have to achieve these goals, where do you think that drive, that momentum, that energy is going to come from to develop and create that life? That's one thing that overall I feel like everyone should be mindful on. Everyone should really just take time out and think about what they want. The first thing is the what. Having awareness on what you want. Being definite, having that definite purpose, and that's pretty much just overall saying that you are for sure of what you want, to the fact of knowing exactly all the details, describing it in detail. The more and more you dig into describing exactly what you want, the more you'll feel for that thing, the more you'll have that hunger and drive. The main key is to having desire. It's like, how bad do you want this thing? How bad do you want it? The more you really want it, that's going to really make you think like, okay, I want this so bad. I believe that I'm going to be able to handle this and get things done and get it done. So overall, like, what helped me is setting an intent, writing down goals. And it's not only about writing the goals down. When you write the goals down, for one, that's what really makes you stick with it. You can't just say, all right, yeah, I had goals and I have them in my head. You got to write it down. That's one part of making things stick. Like, that's one step. Write those goals down. You'll have something to look at each and every day. So after you write these goals down and you really plan them out and you really get specific on what you want, you have clarity. You know what it is you want. The second part of everything is, like, if you want to create the dream life, you got to know why you want this dream life. This is where you really dig deep. Dig deep on why you want these goals to happen. When I say dig deep, like, know why. So you really got to think back to your story. Was it something you went through that you don't want to go through again? Is it a cycle you want to break? Like, do you want to break the chains of what you've been going through? Are you wanting to push past some old beliefs that have been holding you back? I'm going to really tell y'all, when you plan this out, when you really think about your dream life, you got to know what you want. You got to know why you want it. And the last thing is the how. But when you make it through those first two steps, that how is going to automatically happen. The fuel you need for that car to drive is where you take control and be mindful. You using your mind intentionally, and you're conscious of what you want instead of unconsciously just flowing through life and allowing things to happen. And just going through life and being unhappy because you really didn't take control of what you really wanted. You really didn't do the work. That's part of the inner work. And no matter what kind of goal you have, you got to first believe in yourself. And when you know why, when you really have that strong why of why you're doing something, that is going to be the fuel and drive that keeps you going. It keeps you flowing. Like, it's going to make sure that you don't give up. Like, With the growth mindset, you got to be open to new things, new ideas. You can't be afraid of a challenge. You just got to really be in that frame of mind of wanting to experience new things and not looking at failure as a point of where you need to give up. Failure is something that everybody goes through. It's something that you got to get through. You push through failure and know that whatever it was that you consider yourself at failing, you can try again and get better and better at it. It's a part of like rolling dice. Keep going. Keep rolling that dice. It's probability. Keep going. Don't let little things hold you back. And the first thing I would say is think about all the beliefs that you hold within yourself. That's the main thing. Doubt, fear, negative thinking, all this other stuff is what's holding you back. It's really so simple, but yet it's difficult at the same time. People don't understand. If you want to create the dream life that you want and be successful, you got to know what you want. You got to know why you want it. And you got to know how you're going to get to that level. And the how, what I mean by how, you got to know how you're going to actually achieve these goals by knowing how you're going to go about it. That means how are you going to persist through it? What actions are you going to take and consistently take for that plan? What system are you going to use? So with that being said, I suggest two things. Go ahead and create a vision board and go ahead and start journaling down your thoughts, ideas, and plans. And before you know it, when you look at these things over and over every single day, that's the fuel. That's going to keep you going. That's going to keep you with the momentum that you need. Not the outside motivation that's just going to temporarily heal that fear or temporarily heal that doubt. You need something that's really going to get in with the inner part of you, and that's going to really help you stay motivated. So be willing to learn, be willing to develop yourself, be open